Welcome to Pete Antonellis Wednesdays with Workers at the American Labor Museum. Today, we're going to be honoring one of our members and a good friend, Mark Torres, who's the General Counsel for the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Local 810. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
What led you to becoming involved in your union and a member?
Well, I first began my professional career at New York University back in 1990. I joined on as a helper in the HVAC shop, that's the air conditioning shop. And I worked my way through for many years until I was able to get the proper licensing to become a refrigeration engineer. And along that journey, I also became the shop steward of the shop. Now, at the time, there was probably 200 members of the union, and the HVAC shop had approximately 1/4 of those members. So it was the largest shop, and it was a very important role to represent the workers of that shop and the union throughout. And that really gave the birth of my career as a unionized man of labor.
Well, now that you are the general counsel, there must have been a connection with your union and going to college. So could you tell us something about that?
Sure. Being a unionized member afforded us a contract, a collective bargaining agreement that gave us many rights and benefits of employment. And one of those was tuition benefit for being employed at NYU. And that gave us a certain amount of credits per semester to go to college if we wished and build on an academic career. I started that career. I eventually earned an associate's in liberal arts and later on a bachelor's degree in history, all thanks to this benefit. And I did that while working full-time in the daytime and going to school in the evenings. And at the same time, I really increased my role as a shop steward, and I enjoyed the representation part of that element. And that fueled my idea to go to law school, which I did as well in the evenings at Fordham University School of Law. It took 4 long years, part-time, again, going in the evenings while working during the days and raising a family. It was an incredible journey, but it certainly made me who I am today. And it gave me the ability to kind of remain grounded as a Teamster, but also become a labor attorney. And today I've been proudly nicknamed the Teamster with the law degree, something I take great pride.
Well, you should take great pride in that. Were you exposed to unionism growing up in your home?
Not particularly, at least at the time I didn't know. What I found out later in life was that my father was a Teamster member of the Bakers Union. My oldest brother was a PBA delegate with the New York City Police Department. And my brother right older than me, he was at NYU as well, and he was a shop steward. So while I didn't realize at the time, I certainly learned later on that it was all within us, and apparently, and it is a calling that we've all kind of felt and embraced.
And how does the union still benefit you today?
Well, being part of this union benefits me in many ways. One, it gives me the ability to do what I love. Again, it's a calling to represent and look out for the benefits and the job security of all the members we represent, which is probably close to 3,000. It also benefits that I'm a member of this union and it would count towards my pension. So I'm very close to receiving 30 years of a full pension, something I'm incredibly proud of. And most importantly, it just gives me the ability to kind of do what I love. It blended the role way back when I started at NYU till the moment today, representing many members, including those at NYU as well.
Let's look at the larger picture. So as we all know, due to the global marketplace, many of the industrial union jobs moved overseas, where the cost of labor is a fraction of those that were in America. If those jobs return to the United States, do you foresee a surge in union membership once again?
I do, and it's beyond just great hope. Currently, unions are at the popularity of unions are at an all-time high. People are realizing that a lot of issues, whether it be social issues, economic issues, justice issues, all revolve around or somehow connected with labor. So I do think that there would be a calling for, as new jobs open up, whether that be green technology or other new types of manufacturing. And I do think and believe that those would be a unionized marketplace. And also the fact that union members and unions are great drivers of proper training, which goes to job safety. And these are important elements that employers really have to factor in as well.
So if union membership does rise in America and living wages, benefits, safety, and job security returns to American workers, how will it impact this entire nation, and if not the world?
Well, I'll quote President Biden, who I believe today quoted, "We can win the 21st century," and I really do believe that we would be better as a nation, better as a workforce, and we can once again lead the world in those positive goals.
So let's sum up our interview this morning, and let's just say unions are important to not only myself and my family, but to all workers
Because it offers an opportunity for middle class or all class of people who want to work in different crafts, different trades, with job security, so that they're no longer fueled by fear of losing their jobs. They can be fueled by genuine learning and ability and desire to do good jobs. And the union protection will help cement that and forge that going ahead in the next century.
Well, thank you so much, Mark. I thought that I think everyone gets the clear message of the importance of unionism in the workplace, and how it brings social justice in the workplace for all, and it brings dignity for workers, and a lack of fear, as you said, because of their job security. Now, one word you did mention, and that was the word pension. Could you elaborate just on that word and tell us more about that?
Sure. Many in the unionized workforce, if they're with the union and have a union contract with an employer or the place they work, the union negotiates a pension. It's a retirement benefit. And the way it works is that employers put in a certain amount of money per each week or each month, depending on the contract, towards building a retirement fund for that employee and all the employees. And over time, the pension fund controls those monies and invests wisely in those monies to help build a retirement benefit for those employees. Recently, President Biden, in signing the American Rescue Plan, really helped secure a lot of those pensions. Many of them were doomed to fail or become insolvent within a matter of years. Now that a lot of that is pushed back for 30 years, which literally saves the lives of many members who really sacrificed to earn those pensions, and it keeps carrying on well into their retirement.
So the union not only helps you during the time of employment, it helps you for your elderly years, which could be compromised, obviously, if you're only receiving a check from Social Security. So it supplements the income so you could once again continue to live with dignity.
Absolutely. Very well stated.
Yeah. And would you like to just sum up one more time about the importance of unionism, and then we can close the interview? And I really appreciate your
Sure, no
statement.
My background has been from labor for well over 30 years. Whether I was a young middle-aged child not realizing the importance of unions and benefiting from it, into my young adulthood, and then into my mature professional career years. And it really it protected me beyond just one job. It gave me the opportunities to grow into other jobs and other career opportunities. But it was really truly the backbone of really every aspect of my life, and I'm eternally grateful for it.
Bravo, thank you so much. And we know that you're also an author, and you continue to write books not only for adults, but also for children. Would you just like to tell us a little bit about each of your books?
Sure. Well, and I've written 2 crime novels, A Stirring in the North Fork and Adeline, and those are really for pure entertainment value and trying to educate the public on certain aspects of rare history. But I've also written a children's book entitled Good Guy Jake, and that book really centers around teaching our youth, our very young children, what unions do and how their parents and ancestors benefit from that going forward. And most recently, I've released my first nonfiction historical book entitled Long Island Migrant Labor Camps, Dust for Blood. That's the first book to cover the history of the migratory labor system practiced on Long Island for well over half a century that affected thousands of people. It is certainly a story of labor, a story of human rights, and a story of history that was suppressed for many years.
And for our listeners, if you're interested in either borrowing the book from our library or purchasing the book, it's available at the American Labor Museum And you can contact us at labormuseum@gmail.com or find us on the web at www.labormuseum.net. So thank you all for listening. Thank you, Mark Torres, and we hope to see you again.
So much. Have a great day.